The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. The Mad Marv Trap Comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah. Whoa,
First I get 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We want to let you guys know first up top, leave your comments below. We don't care what kind of comments, any kind of comments, or if you just want to say hey. Press the like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe to MorrisMediaLive.com. Also, subscribe to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge YouTube channel. And we're going to get right into it. I don't know where the hell Packett is. Maybe he's doing something to lose weight, or maybe he's went to a vegan concert. Maybe. Do vegans have concerts?
What would you call that concert?
I don't know what you would call it. Maybe, veggies on parade. I don't know.
A food fight.
Oh, a food fight. Yeah, that's a good one right there. But anyway, so we want to introduce some very good guests. We have some comedy gold guests today. And the first to my far left is K9. He's a comedian. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? Hey.
Yeah, K9. Is that your full stage name or?
Yeah, that's my full stage name I got as a kid. So that's my real nickname.
Oh, so your real nickname is K9.
That's my real nickname.
Okay, does that have anything to do with the police, the law enforcement?
Not yet. Not yet.
Because I want to make sure, I'm going to let you know my pockets are empty.
I got all my warrants paid off. I'm
All
cool.
right, because we don't want your canine census to go off. You're sitting too close to Merv. You know what I'm saying?
You got to blame my childhood friends for that, man. But
Yeah, K9 got something to do with the pedigree of the dog that the police use. Not actually did it. It's a police.
Oh, it's K9 unit.
Yeah, the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the unit. The K9 is a symbol of a hybrid dog.
I see you're very familiar with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Now, to my far right.
That's why dogs have canine teeth.
Oh, really? Look at
Yeah.
the big brain on Farouk.
Not really. I just use a small one.
Since you guys are new to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, he's also known as the Ghetto Googler. He knows a little bit of everything about everything and a lot about a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know something about nothing, too. Because I could tell you something about you nothing-ass niggas out there. I know something about y'all.
Well, let me introduce to my far right, we have the Lady Tuesday, which is a female comedian. So this should be a very interesting discussion. So we have the male and the female side of comedy. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing comedy? And is Tuesday your real name, or your childhood friends named you that after Monday?
No, actually, that is my real name. There's no Monday association, I guess.
Oh, you were born with that name?
Yes.
Do you have siblings?
Yes, I have plenty of siblings.
Let me guess, 6?
Days of the week, nothing like that.
Oh, you were the only day of the week?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
the only
cool.
day of the week. And but you know what? I've been doing comedy.
So you ain't got a brother named Friday?
No, I don't. But
What
I have
about a sister
rapper.
named Sunday?
Negative. I have a brother who's a rapper. His name is January.
Oh.
Well, they went from a day in the
That's his
month.
rap name.
Oh,
That's
what was his birth name?
Well, I'm not-
Curtis.
Well, I look like I'm related to him.
Like, his name is Jamal, but you can go by January. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, Lady of Tuesday. So let's get right on into this. The topics we're talking about today is we're going to be talking about fast food. And the reason I came up with that is because I had a fillet of fish today, and McDonald's has some kind of thing going on where you get 2 for $5. You can mix and match.
Yeah.
But I got so pissed off because with the fillet of fish back in my day, they used to give you a whole slice of cheese on it. Now they give you a half a slice of cheese on the fillet of fish, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, right? So I went and got the 2 fillet of fish for the $5, and then I threw both buns away on the other one, right? And then I took the patty from the one I threw the buns away, and I made a double fillet of fish, and I put both halves of the cheese together and made a whole slice of cheese, and came up with a Big Mac fish fillet sandwich, and it was awesome. But 30 minutes later, I had a McKnot in my stomach. So,
and then 15 minutes after that, you had to go take a mixed shit.
Yeah. And it didn't end McWell. But
have you noticed that sign before you go into McDonald's or any of those fast food places that say this stuff may cause cancer?
I have seen it, but I try not to read it.
Oh no, that's the sign right there.
A lot of niggas don't even pay attention to that. And I'm gonna tell you some shit that I trip off of. Niggas go to McDonald's and hold up the line, staring at the goddamn menu like they don't know what McDonald's. Yeah, the goddamn menu been the same since day one.
It ain't like they gonna have an omelet on that motherfucker. They slid an omelet in there
the
before
McRib does come in and out.
Well, the McRib comes in October.
They make that out of pork rectums.
Really?
And that's not something that I eat.
Yeah, the
It's really
rectum.
delicious, though.
Not the shit loins with the intestines, but the real rectum. They grind it up to make
That's why they covered up with all that sauce.
Yeah.
Now, what area of the country are you originally from, K9?
I'm originally from Dallas.
Oh, so that's Whataburger.
D-Town.
Born and raised. Shout out to Oak Cliff.
Whataburger is your big food chain out there, right?
Yeah, that's all
Whataburger.
through
Yeah, man.
Texas.
I go back specifically for that, man.
Okay, what are your experiences or memories about Whataburger? Like, you know,
It's just authentic, you know. Everything's
delicious?
made fresh. Big burger, bigger than your head.
what?
And the cheese you talking about, you get like government cheese.
Because everything in
God.
Texas is big.
It covers the whole bun.
What?
you know.
That's like a Master Burger or something. Sounds like a Master Burger out here.
Yeah, hey man, it definitely it'll put in and out in his backyard.
Now watch your mouth. That's blasphemy.
I'm not
Oh,
going
no,
to say that.
no.
That's blasphemy.
I am not going to say
No,
that.
we
In and
can't
out.
get into that. In and out, it's so
Hey,
good. They don't even go
we can
across
do a
the
taste
country.
test. We can do a
I
taste
have.
test.
I have.
You been to Whataburger?
Yeah.
Of course, plenty of time. When I go to Houston, I went there one time, and that's why I didn't want to like throw shade on him that he grew up with it and he liked it, because it was horrible to me. I threw that shit away.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't they have one in Vegas? They just opened one in Vegas.
When they told me this go to Whataburger and pumped it up after I took a bite, I said, "What the fuck?"
Oh man.
My personal opinion.
Now Tuesday.
Ain't nothing like the burger your mama make with the goddamn bell peppers and onions and the bread falling apart and shit. That's a burger.
Now let me ask this young lady. Are you originally from Los Angeles?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so that's why you're In and Out baby.
Yeah.
So when you go to In and Out, what is your favorite burger?
You know what? I get the Flying Dutchman.
What the fuck is that?
A flying Dutchman.
Yeah, it's on the secret menu.
Oh, ain't
That's
that
for the
a bitch?
OGs.
Well, you gonna have to explain
sound like-
that.
Yeah,
to
yeah, look. You know she OG if she got the secret menu.
me.
Yeah.
To In and Out, I'm going there tonight. Goddamn
no,
you,
well,
me.
see, this is
It's called a Flying Dutchman.
It's called a Flying Dutchman, and what it is just the meat and just the cheese. But what I get is the animal fries,
Yeah.
and I put it on top of the animal fries. So I don't have any bread, I don't have any lettuce, I don't have any of that. It's just meat and potatoes.
How much do they charge you less because you don't have the bun and shit?
It's the price is a little adjusted, yeah.
Oh, well, cool. You know, as long as they prorate the burgers.
Yeah,
like,
definitely prorate the price.
You know,
for it.
sometimes you ain't got but 50 cents. You be like, hey, just let me get a tomato. You know what I'm saying? Give me one of them fresh tomatoes and shit like that. Hold it like it's a burger. Eat it like.
Yeah, but see, I wash it down with a Neapolitan shake.
Now
and
that's
it's
good too.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
Yeah,
make some great
that's
shakes
secret
there.
menu too, right?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like they
Yeah, you get
shakes.
the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Yeah.
Now, health-wise, what do you guys know about the fast food as far as how it does, what it does to your health?
Just look at the kids. Look at all these fat ass, diabetic, unhealthy ass kids. You know.
But
What
that's
about you,
from lack
K9?
of exercise, though. They're not getting the same exercise that we did.
No,
they are
not-
on their cell phones.
Yeah.
They're on their computers. This
They
is
not made
gonna
for
help
us. They
you.
don't even like going outside.
Kids are
but
allergic to outside now.
any health and fitness coach or teacher would tell you that being in total fitness is 20% working out and 80% your diet.
Right.
Right.
You know, because you can work out and don't change your diet. You just go be a fast, fat motherfucker. You ain't finna lose no
So
weight.
they'll end up looking like Bob's big boy for real.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you have children, of course, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, do you notice when they were little or whatever that the fast food was a little bit better than it is now, or you think it's worse now?
I don't think fast food was ever good or better.
You don't remember when the chicken McNuggets first came out?
No, because I didn't eat that when I was a kid.
Smart parents.
My
That
mom-
shit ain't even
my
chicken.
mom wasn't about that life.
That's
She
not
didn't-
even chicken.
She wasn't. We saw the McDonald's sign. It was like, no,
I used to
we
lose
going
my
home.
mind when I seen that
Oh,
McDonald's.
man.
No.
That
See,
shit is
my
compressed.
kids-
It has chicken parts in there, but it's not no actual chicken meat. It's like all the scraps.
But see,
I found a
my
piece of
kids
carpet
don't
in mine
even,
one time.
they
Rat
didn't even
meat.
recognize the fast food restaurants.
The
They didn't
fetuses
know.
from the abortion clinics.
So what did you
terrible.
what did you feed your children, like healthy wise?
I gave them a lot of fiber. I fed them a lot of like navy beans, and
So you did a
know,
lot of cooking.
I did.
So they
I
was
did.
shitting at least 3 times a day.
On a regular, yes.
Yeah.
So-
no colon cancer.
Negative.
So let's start right there. So your mom, you're feeding your kids beans, and you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, giving them a lot of fiber, keeping them away from fast food joints, and then one day you say, you know what, kids, now that you guys are very healthy and you're shitting on the regular, I'm gonna start doing comedy. How did you really get into comedy?
You know who got me started into comedy? Bless his little heart. I was working on a production.
Was it a leprechaun?
No, it was
I
Peanut.
thought she was going to say
Peanut.
Kevin. She
She said a
said,
little
bless
heart.
his little heart.
I said, bless his little heart. Yeah, Peanut.
Oh, A.J. Johnson? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
We were working on Live Free, Die Hard with Bruce Willis at the time, and we were working in production. And I just had him laughing the whole time. And he was like, oh, my God, girl, you are like the funniest female I ever met. He's like, I got a show. Why don't you come down and just check it out and see what's up? And next thing I know, he called me up.
Right.
And I'm like, oh. I didn't have anything prepared. I just kind of winged
winged
it for
it?
like 5 minutes. And he was like, yes.
So did the kids take to that well? They said, hey, Mom, we want some beans, but you got a show. You're going to make a choice.
No, my...
It's either comedy or the beans, baby.
Well, you know what? I was a mother at an early age. You know, I was born in the 70s. I started having kids in the 80s.
Right.
And by the time it was time for me to go and do shows, they were already like
Oh,
adults.
so they can handle their own bean business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were on their own bean patrol. You know, it was all good.
Oh, that's cool then. Now, we found out how she got into comedy. Now, K9, how did it all start for you? So let me see. Let me put myself in the mind frame. You're in Texas. You're taking down these Whataburgers like it's nobody's business. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get enough about talking about Whataburger.
And you're fucking taking these things down. And then some said, hey, when I finish this goddamn burger, I'm going on the fucking stage and do comedy.
That's exactly how I got started.
Look at that.
Mad Marv. That's exactly how I got started. But no, you know what? When I was growing up in Texas, I was the class clown. I used to not get in trouble, man. Like when it was, because you know we got paddled when I was in school.
With big ass paddles on.
Big paddles with
Everything
the
in
tape
Texas
around
big.
it. They had the grip on it.
Did it have
That's
a
how
long
it
star
was
on
in
that?
Texas.
Did it have a
We
long
got
star
our
on the
ass
paddle?
whooped out here, them long
By the time
paddles with
it
them
touched
holes
your-
in there.
By the time it touched your backside, it had a long star. That's where they got the long star signal at.
Ass whooping.
From that
Right
ass
there, on
whooping.
that ass
Oh yeah.
whooping,
Oh yeah. I used to get out of trouble.
Is that star brown?
Yeah, well,
Afterwards.
It is on his back.
yeah. 90% of my school was black people, so it was brown by the time it reached our
Done whooped a
backside.
lot of
Yeah,
ass.
I see you had your share of beans too. Huh?
Yeah.
And everything else, man.
Yeah. So then what happened?
People in Texas eat.
So let's keep everybody up to speed. You're after Whataburger, you want to go into comedy, and you tired of getting your ass beat with these paddles. So and then you had a funny epiphany.
I had a funny epiphany. And actually, it's funny, man, because my first time on stage was actually out here in Los Angeles at the Laugh Factory. And that's when I knew I kind of wanted a taste to be a comedian. And I got to tell this story, man. I got to let the listeners
Tell the
know.
motherfucker, let the mic go, because you know.
Oh,
you don't have to hold
I
it.
know, man. It's like
Yeah,
the
you don't have
screws
to hold
coming
it.
out as a.
No,
just
just
talk.
don't. You ain't got to hold the motherfucker.
Okay. I got to let the listeners know how I met Mad Marv and Farouk, man. Real talk, man. I came back here in Los Angeles to finally pursue comedy. And I went to the J Spot. You know, J Spot, that's the lick for the black folks, man.
Right.
You get your Stampede at the J Spot. And
it's the only comedy club that got its own hot sauce.
They had hot sauce there.
That makes it legit.
Pretty good, too.
That's legit.
Make a long story short, man, you guys gave me an opportunity, man. I wanted stage time, and I saw Mad Marv. I was doing it on Friday nights. Farouk was hosting that night. You was headlining. And they didn't even know who I was. And you guys, at a drop of a dime, said you could perform tonight. Wow. So when my man Mike Sandoval asked me to come on the show today, I didn't hesitate because you guys are real, man.
Well, that was good because you did a good job.
See, yeah, you really did.
Because sometimes people, we'll let people get up on stage and they're bomb. And, they won't
that is part of the process.
Yeah, they won't have good things to say about me. They won't, they'll be like, oh, man, my mama was here. And I said, well, you shouldn't have brought her tonight.
No, you don't bring your mom.
This might have been the night that you shouldn't have said, Mom, come see me perform.
Yeah. But until then, you and your mama.
Yeah, go home and write some fucking jokes.
Yeah.
You bad. You're not a good comedian when you and your mama got to sit down and write this. Baby, tell them about the time when, you remember when you used to pee in the bed?
Yeah.
When you peed in write that down,
And don't let rent be due at the same time.
Yeah,
See, Marv got a cold way of picking up the slack. If you on stage and you bomb, he'll go clown your ass, get you off the stage, and then when you leave, he'll just talk 5 minutes about your ass and make it funny.
That'll make you better.
So if you ain't got no jokes, you will eventually be the joke.
You're going to be funny.
That night.
One way or the other. Because one guy went up there, he bombed so bad, and I felt bad for him, so I wanted him to leave with some kind of support. So I told the audience, I said, give him a hand out the fucking club.
Thanks, Mad Marv, for being kind to your boy.
I let him know he's always welcome.
Yeah, you had it though,
yeah,
man.
I let him know he's always welcome. He'll be back, but not in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he went home and wrote some jokes with his mama about peeing in the bed. But so anyway, now. One thing that a lot of comedians say when they come from somewhere else and they come to L.A. Trying to make it big, so to speak, is they say it's hard out here. And they don't really be referring to just the competition. They refer to just the cost of living out this motherfucker. So when we come back from this commercial, we're going to get into the cost of living in Los Angeles right after these messages on the Mad Marv Comedy Land.
I thought they was talking about the niggas.
All right, and we're back on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, and we have our guests, and we're talking about the cost of living in Los Angeles. Now, a lot of times I have a problem. I don't like talking to people who live outside of Los Angeles about the subject of how much they pay to live out there for rent, because I know they're going to hit me with some Section 8 unbelievable price that's going to make me very depressed. I was talking to one of my friends. He lived in, I think it was Vegas or some shit like that. And I was like, well, how much you pay? He said, well, I got a 4-bedroom out here. It's got 2 bathrooms, a swimming court. I got a yacht, and it comes with a maid. And I said, well, how much you pay a month? He said, $13. I said, this motherfucker is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Did he throw in the midget stripper?
He was getting ready to, and I hung the fucking phone up. You know what I'm saying? He said, I didn't ask for the midget stripper, but it came with the fucking crib. You know what I'm saying? Now, out here for $1,000 a month, what can you get in Los Angeles for $1,000 a month?
You got to
Uber ride.
You got to really hunt, though, man. See, the thing is, when you ain't got no motherfucking where to go, somewhere is better than a motherfucking tent.
Right. The tents are even expensive.
This is my thing, man. It's like the cost of living out here is high, but you can make money if you apply yourself. So if you ain't fucking your money off in these clubs, making it rain, or, all this so flossing shit, man, and you come out here with a plan, just make sure you got some coverage over your head. So for $1,000, you can find some decent spots in the cut that don't nobody even know that that's a place back there.
Right.
But the thing is, when you find that, you get to run in your goddamn mouth, and somebody go and actually get it before you. So when you find spots like this, shut the fuck up till you get them goddamn keys in your hand.
Right.
And when you get the keys in your hand, you damn sure don't want these other niggas to know where you live at, because you're going to get evicted. So don't do that.
Now, K9.
Yes, sir.
Now, where do you live in Los Angeles? Like, what area? Is it a good area or what?
You know what, man? Right now I live in Culver City.
Oh, shit.
But don't get it twisted.
Very
though.
safe.
Don't get it twisted,
But not
man.
for a black man.
They got projects in Culver City.
No right turns on
Yeah,
the
man,
red
it's-
light in Culver City.
Shit. There ain't no such thing as a right turn in Culver City. Every turn your ass make is wrong. Yeah?
That's true.
But,
Culver City.
okay, so how much would you say, what is it, a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom? What is it?
So it's a 1-bedroom.
And what's
But
the
out here in LA, man, you got to roommate it up.
Yeah.
You got to have a roommate, man. And,
That's like New York.
The best thing to do is get you 2 midgets.
Yeah, make them work. Make
See.
them work.
But you make them pay full price like
That
they was a whole
roommate
person.
shit, people's habits and shit people be into, man. I mean, for the sake of convenience, man, now you agitated, your synergy is fucked all off because this motherfucker's into some shit you not into. You walk in and go in the kitchen and get a glass of water at night, you see candles in a circle and this motherfucker doing weird shit. I mean, what? What I'm saying is this, get on your motherfucking grind, man. Live in your means. Don't come out here flossing. Save all your goddamn money. Even go get GR, but save your money for what you need to necessitate you and put together you a plan. That roommate shit go fuck it off, man.
Yeah, eventually. That's only going to be for a little while. Now, Tuesday. Now, have you experienced anything like, is it easier for a woman to maintain her household, or do you find that it's more men getting evicted and not holding on to spots? Because I've noticed in Los Angeles, most women, they tend to hold on to their spot. It might not be shit in that motherfucker.
It's not a good look for a sister to be homeless. You know what I mean?
especially
it's not
with
living in your
kids.
vehicle.
That's
you know
not
what I
an
mean?
option.
In a tent.
Yeah, it's not an option.
No, hell
No, wait a minute. Now, I've dated some very prestigious and classy women.
That lived in tents?
Yeah, they wasn't no regular tents. These was motherfucking tents for Big Five.
Oh, no. That's still unacceptable. Her pussy was not functional like that. Because
Well,
there's no way you can live without a roof and
it's how you do
call
things.
yourself a female.
You know, if you got your crib, brother come over with some bottle of wine. See, when you date a woman with a tent, you come over with a bottle of Febreze.
Is that...
Some of them pussies is non-functionals. They done had so many goddamn miscarriages, STDs, and abortions to where ain't nobody go give them 50 cents for that shit.
Sometimes they are tents themselves.
Thank you.
See?
Or they become
And that is terrible.
they become homeless shelters for the homeless nigga they with.
And that's the worst. I hate
And I'm
seeing
talking about
homeless
women with
men.
apartments.
I hate to see homeless men with a homeless woman, and why they always got a homeless dog? As if they can afford
Well, the dog got a home.
necessity.
Yeah, that.
The dog will always have a home.
Now,
Wherever a dog roam, he has a home.
Now,
but the two
it's very
motherfuckers with the
interesting.
dog is homeless.
So watch this. It's very interesting because I thought I was the only person that's seen these homeless people with dogs, and that perplexes the shit out of me because have you ever seen the leashes? The leash be like a piece of string or rope.
I've seen belts.
Belts,
Yeah, they got the belt.
Yeah, but the homeless person pants falling all off his ass.
He got the string.
And you got the belt around the dog like it's a leash.
Yeah, he got the string around his Jethro pants,
Right.
and he got the belt around the dog, and it's all bad.
I
They all
seen
got fleas.
I seen a homeless man with a goddamn pet rabbit and a duck.
What?
See that was food in case of an emergency. If all else fails, survival is a plus.
That wasn't his pet, that was snacks.
Yeah, that was that was break.
The
in case of
motherfucking
emergency.
duck was trained. He had a trained duck, and he used to do magic tricks with the rabbit. You know, that was his
like
nickname.
the organ
Magic.
grinder and the monkey.
Oh,
That's
you
how
talking
you used
about
to
that?
Yeah, you know, look.
Well, then that's different.
In Lamert Park.
That's
Look,
different.
this was a special homeless motherfucker.
That's different.
This motherfucker tamed a crow. What nigga you know can take a wild ass crow and have a motherfucker on his shoulder like he's a pirate?
Oh no! Did he
The
have a ruffle
motherfucker
shirt
do this
and
and
a patch?
Man, that crow sit right up there and just flap his wings, get comfortable. That
seen
nigga
it.
give his
Scary.
ass a cracker or something, and he just sit there.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen it.
Now I
was
don't
special.
understand why you homeless if you got all these animal training skills.
Because he want to be.
Well, you got to
See, and that's the thing. That's a choice.
You
too.
got
Being homeless is
motherfuckers
a
out there.
choice.
You got motherfuckers that live in mansions that choose to just walk away from the shit. And you got doctors. Matter of fact, 65% of motherfuckers homeless have college degrees. Now, I ain't telling kids don't go to college. I'm just saying don't be no dumb motherfucker after you finish school. Don't fuck your money off.
Now, that's an interesting point Farouk is making because I happened to run into a homeless guy, and I guess before he became homeless, he was like a doctor or a lawyer or a psychiatrist or something. Maybe I think he was maybe a psychiatrist or something like that because he almost fooled me. He walked up to me, and I didn't even know he was homeless if it wasn't for the urine smell. It was very strong. It smelled
Yes,
like
pungent.
kind of like urine butter, like it was infused with like a dairy product. So what happened
It's like
was,
spicy ammonia.
it's sort of like that. So the way he talked to me, he was like, "Excuse me, my good man, do you have 50 cents?" And I was like, "Well, no, I don't have 50 cents." And he said, "Well, what about 2 quarters?" You know, and it fucked me up because I started checking again. I was like,
Did you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah, I was like,
That's what he sounded like.
That's the same shit he almost got me. You know what I'm saying? You
Somebody
steal.
got some more of that goddamn wine.
You don't need to be out here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So just let me run some of these numbers by you guys real quick. Cost of living in Los Angeles for the average one bedroom is $2,100 a
Where?
month. A month. Just the average.
Okay.
It damn sure ain't on Hoover and 54th.
Okay.
Now
Does it come with a kitchen? Or is that an efficiency?
it come with roaches.
Okay.
Now a 3-bedroom average is $3,900 a month. So you're looking at $74,000 a year to stay your ass out here.
Just buy a home.
And some motherfuckers want pets. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, my advice to anybody coming to California, if you're coming here to do comedy or the entertainment business or whatever, you need to come with the invite.
Or bring your own
Because-
tent.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely have your tent, your backpack, but
Or
and
train
your-
That
Crow.
dream seeking and
that-
all that
that bus
starstruck
pass
shit.
home.
Right.
Look, you could be the most beautiful model or aspiring actress. If your ass come out here like Dorothy, going to the Wizard of Oz, searching for the wizard, you might come out here a decent lady and have to end up going home after you done sold pussy.
Yeah.
So
On the
don't
yellow
do
brick
it.
road,
Yeah.
which we call Sunset.
Don't do it. You know, some nigga telling you to click your heels and knees on down the goddamn road. And when I come back, have me a toothpiece. And if it's cold, then you getting penalized.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is that don't come out here with no false hopes, okay? When you come out here and you do the work, you can be successful. Now, a lot of people come out here in this big city in bright lights, fucks them up.
Yeah.
They start doing shit differently. Their
Right.
morals get compromised. They start dressing different. And before they self, they lose they self.
Right.
So
'Cause, you
don't do that. Stay grounded. And the thing is, motherfuckers that have shit, don't come out here thinking you got the floss and spend your money to look a certain way. Fuck that. Keep your money to yourself.
Plus, because in LA, you will get robbed. A motherfucker will steal your fake chain. You hear me?
No, they gonna fuck you up. They gonna fuck you up when they rob you because they gonna find out you really didn't have shit. So they really gonna fuck you up.
Now check
for
this
pretending.
out. Check this out, Farouk. Now, we're gonna look at some more numbers. The average price of a combo meal at a let's say a fast food restaurant is $8. That's the average for a combo.
Plus taxes, that's a little over 10.
Yeah, so you're looking at 10. Now you got a family of 4. That's damn near $40 motherfucking dollars. That's just so they can eat some cancer-riddled fake patties. You dig what I'm saying?
Now that's where you went out here because see, when you come out here, you can't help but to have a Mexican friend, and they gonna take your goddamn $10 and invite you over, and you gonna have a fucking fiesta. They gonna get you the food to take home to your family because see, beans, rice, tortillas, little meat, onion, cilantro, and things like that, man, they stretch that shit and they go a long fucking way.
Now I'm gonna ask you something, Farouk. Tell the people exactly what can you get on the Mexican side of things for $10? What?
You can get 2 whole motherfucking chickens. Am I lying?
Pollo asado.
Right.
You can get 2 whole chickens with tortillas, beans, rice, and pico de gallo.
Yeah.
And some little cucumbers and some jalapenos and carrots and shit.
What is
And
it,
get
carrots?
this.
Those little
Yeah,
carrots?
they give you all of that.
And get this, with the total value of the $8 you're talking about for the combo meal, what if you want to add some cheese to it?
Oh shit! You better be.
That's 2 combo
You better
meals.
be the
$12
fucking fresh. You better be the fucking fresh Prince. You want to add some cheese.
And see, for a big ass, sorry, Packet, for a big ass fat nigga like Packet going to McDonald's, I mean, like 2 Big Macs is like 2 Doritos to him,
Yeah, that's
man.
like a
So
snack.
that ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But what I'm
But
saying.
fast food isn't filling in the first place. I
Right.
could take that same $40 and go to farmer's market and get groceries for at least 3 days.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
if you're a good bean making motherfucker like yourself. But
Yeah.
Yes, I make my navy beans.
the average motherfucker around here can't cook a hot dog.
But-
These new millennials, the millenniums,
Aluminums.
millenniums.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But aren't they Gen X? Is that Gen X?
No, this is a whole different breed of motherfuckers. They
I call them-
They don't know how to iron a shirt.
I call them 21st century
Look,
people.
I gave
21st century
Hold up.
people.
I gave one of these. I gave one of these millennials iron. I said, "What do you do with that?" And they said, "Just make a cold cheese toast."
Oh, man. That's
They
bad.
were watching
Well,
something on TV.
that's why fast food is so prevalent, man. You got to think about it, man. Most of these people come from a generation where their mama was forced to work, so she wasn't at home to cook. So whatever they had available, that's what they did. And then, they even fast food because you motherfuckers don't know how to cook.
Yeah, and that was terrible.
You know?
I mean, I was a part of that latchkey generation where both parents, I had 2 parents in the house, both of them had to work. And when we got home from school.
Was one of them named Florida?
No, there was no Florida in my house.
Was your daddy named James?
No, yes, that was the trade-off.
Uh-oh.
Daddy was James.
Good times.
So that's what it was too. But
You had an
my
auntie
mom showed
named
us how to
Walona?
cook, though. My mom showed us how to cook. She made sure we knew how to cook so we could take care of our own self.
So that's where you learn how to make them beans.
Yeah, my mom used to
That's
make the
what's
best
up.
beans ever. But
Do
she
you
didn't use
season your
navy
beans with any kind of meat?
Sometimes I use smoked turkey.
Yeah.
I do.
Because I was getting ready to
Yeah,
say,
that's real good.
if you don't
That sounds good.
if you don't season them beans with some meat, I don't want none.
I like white
Yeah.
beans with smoked turkey tails and
Yeah,
some
yeah. I throw in
sauteed
that onion
okra on
and
the
that
side
garlic.
with some hot water cornbread.
Yeah.
Oh
now-
yeah, see that's filling
Oh,
right
man,
there.
y'all taking me back, man. Y'all
Canine.
making me
And it don't
hungry now.
take that
Hey,
much
look,
to
hold
really
right
make
now.
that.
I'm
No.
from the South.
And you can
And-
feed a lot of people with that.
And it can last. You can freeze
Yeah.
it.
You can stretch the shit out of some beans,
Oh, you ain't
yeah.
freezing that shit in my house. So
especially when you refry them.
that
See, and that's
2 days
that's 2
is
days
gone.
later. That's 2 days
2
later.
days
you
that
refry
shit
'em.
gone.
Yeah. So now, what I'm saying is, see, we're talking about real things on the show, and then because a lot of people out there, they see us on the stage doing comedy, and they don't really get into the real personal lives of a comic, or should I say, the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So this question goes out to both you, Tuesday, and K9. Is there a difference to you guys as far as the audience reaction when you go in front of a all white audience or an all black audience, or do you prefer the mixed audiences? And you can answer first.
I mean, you know, there's definitely a difference with the black audience versus the white audience. The white audience is a little bit more lenient. You know, you throw your jokes out there, they're gonna clap for you anyway. You know, black audience, you better bring it.
You got to earn it.
You feel like Sandman from Apollo is gonna be here tonight if you don't bring it at the black
Because you know
audience,
they got more shit to think about than your jokes. They They be sitting there like, goddamn parking, there's 2 drink minimum. Nigga want $20.
Plus they repress any motherfucker.
I ain't never seen this motherfucker.
And see, we very fucking judgmental.
Right.
Fuck this
and the wings ain't ready.
Right.
On top of
The
it.
wings
So
ain't ready.
funny looking ass nigga.
They got
Who
hot
he
sauce
think
on the
he
menu
is?
and shit.
This is
You know, it's a bunch of repressed motherfuckers, man. You know, they niggas be hot. Hey, nigga, where my money at? Hollering, you trying to do your
And you
joke.
know the show ain't gonna start on time.
Man, you know how many
Hell no.
motherfuckers in the audience I had to, hey, nigga, no, yeah, you, nigga, could you please shut the fuck up or go outside?
Right.
Okay, take your bitch too. Okay. Yeah, bitch, you go too. They're very disruptive, man.
Yeah.
Now, K9, so being the truth, which kind of audience do you prefer? One that's very attentive or motherfuckers
You know
that
what?
keep it real, make you work?
As a comedian, you have to be ready for
Yeah, for
whatever the
any
audience
crowd.
is. Whether it's 2 people, whether it's 1,000 people, I'm gonna give you 100%. And if you laugh a little hard, I give you $10 extra
That's
after my
right.
set. That's
What?
You know, that's EBT credit. On the
So that's
EBT.
EBT credit.
That shit was funny, motherfucker. You hear that shit?
Hey, it's right.
You didn't let me finish.
It's right on time because it's the end of the motherfucking month.
Shit, I heard $10. Kick in. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tuesday, the same question to you. What is the difference that you come to find out between the black audiences and the white audience? And which one's easier? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, you know what? I prefer a mixed audience. I like a mixed crowd. They're a little bit more open. They're a little bit more.
So you like a
just-
light-skinned ass crowd?
Yeah, like a
bunch
high
of
yellow
Shamar
crowd.
Moores
Yeah,
back there,
Yeah,
huh?
a bunch of Shamar Moores and very few Tay Diggs. But I like. But you know what? What'll set the tone though? Me being a female, if the host says, "Are you ready for a female?" That will set the tone for the audience, and then they sit
You think
back,
that's a help?
and it's like, hell no, that's not a
That's
help.
like a
That's a
setup.
hurt. That's a hurt because you don't do that to guys. Are you ready for another nigga to come up here and make y'all laugh? This dude right here. No.
Say that again, because that's something that was very interesting. Because I know as a host, I'm guilty of that shit all the time. Because as soon as I get a female, I say, y'all ready for a ladies? Ladies, are y'all ready for a lady?
Fuck,
Are y'all ready
don't
for a
do that.
female? And I never paid attention to how bad that is. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge that I'm gonna try my best never to do that shit again.
Watch how many people answer their phone, take a cigarette break, get up, go to the bathroom.
Soon as you say that.
As soon as you say that, it's
I
like,
never
oh,
noticed
I'm
that.
out. No need for this. You know, I'll wait till the dudes come back. What? I'm about to rip a hole in this shit. You gonna miss my shit.
If you motherfuckers sit your ass down.
You know what I'm saying?
She got the right
So
attitude.
no, but
So have you noticed any other kind of feminist things that goes on in the comedy arena for a female comedian, if you don't mind me saying?
you know what? It's a lot of things with the promoters and money. You know, I know that they will dick guys on their money. Everybody want to holler at you, but as a female, they will try to take more of an advantage of you. I had a promoter want to come up to the hotel room. You get the room. You want to come to the room? Has a promoter ever showed up naked in your hotel room?
Did he want you to pay for the room?
He got an extra key.
Did he want you to pay for the room?
No, he paid for the room, got the room, and it's like, hey, what else is happening? See? But see, a male promoter has never showed up butt naked to your room.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Or has he?
I'll tell you this.
Oh, wow.
This race of mine, I was in fucking Gary, Indiana, and I'll fucking never go there again. I was doing a show, and I thought I'd pull these 2 girls, right? So go back to the room. So I go get in the shower, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming out, getting ready. And so I'm expecting them to be butt naked too, right? So basically I was the only man in the room butt naked, and the 2 girls were accompanied by 2 other niggas with guns. And they had told me, they took my clothes and said, cough up that bread. And you lucky that you got your plane ticket. So they left me asshole naked in the hotel room with a plane ticket and no money and no clothes. That was close.
Did you make a sarong out of the sheet?
No, I just ran out the motherfucker and said, hey, I've been robbed. I need some clothes, motherfucker. Y'all got some help? 'Cause
Yeah, I guess if you come out there twig and berry shaking, they gonna help you get some clothes.
they helped me. get the fuck out.
Yeah,
I think the whole city was in on it. It was a setup. As soon as my plane landed, it was a setup. But that is interesting, and I didn't know that goes down with the female comedians and everything. But hopefully, whenever you work a Mad Marv comedy show, I try not to put you in the green room or hotels or nothing like that. If you're funny, you get your money, and that's how it goes. You might not get it all right then, but you eventually get your money. I won't be like, what had happened was, or nothing like that, or seeing that you have a dress on, get your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? But that was very good. That's very interesting because I never really knew. I knew it was some things that was different. They treat the women comedian different, but I didn't know to what extent the differences were. You dig what I'm saying? So, thank you for letting us know that. See, she came on here and told us some stuff we didn't.
Yeah, since you say that, man, really, it's really a plus to the sisters to stay down for this game because see, many cats that do that. What they try to do is to belittle you in the first place because they feel intimidated by your presence. You got, for one, women talk shit. Women know a lot of things. Right. And if a woman get on stage and she being funny, but she exposing really the type of trick-ass motherfucker you are for introducing her like that, it's not going to be nice to him. So sometimes... every knock is a plus. When a motherfucker knock you, that mean they're knocking you because really they see some hell of a shit in you.
Or you as a threat.
It's a way of trying to let me keep her in her place. But really, I mean, come on, man. Let's have a fair share at this grab, man, in this pursuit of being funny. Because a laugh is a laugh. A laugh ain't got no goddamn gender, no religion, and none of that. Right. And that's what people come out to see comedy for because they want to escape all these old fucking channels and groups and all this other shit that keeps them confined.
Right. Now that's very true, too. Now, I want to ask you two comedians something. Now, how long have you, K9, been doing comedy?
I've been doing stand-up going on 5 years this year, man.
Funny
in October,
too.
Man. So,
well, I like to say you've been doing good. And you seem very dedicated to it, and it's a lot of comedians I've seen that's been doing comedy for more than 5 years. That's nowhere near as funny. As I've seen you get down with the poise and the stage presence. See, doing stand-up, it's a total package, you know what I'm saying? You have to have that stage presence, you have to be in sync with the audience, you have to have your timing, and you have to really know what you're talking about and have confidence in what you are talking about. Because, you'll see comedians get up there and you can see the look on people's face like, what the fuck is he talking about? They get to rambling and shit like that, and they don't even know what they're talking about. And I see that you do that very well.
Appreciate that, Mad Marv, man. And I want to add, man, it's just all about being authentic, just kind of being yourself.
Do you have a problem with people stealing your jokes?
It'll be like Hoover and like you said, in 64th, 65th, one of them streets, man. Like, cause you work hard for that, man.
So you go to
and
work.
Then he might say it better than you.
So they'll see your canines. They'll see your canines come out.
That's a part of the all games too. They call it show stopping and biting.
Have you had that problem with people stealing your jokes?
You know what? I don't know if people have stolen my jokes. And when I say that, because comedians, we all have like similar premises.
But motherfucker steal your shit verbatim.
Well, no, I haven't heard anybody do it verbatim.
Is that me up on stage?
I've never heard anybody do it verbatim. I have heard people start into something that I sound just like, what I'm saying, and then they'll veer off to the left, and I'm like, yes, okay, they didn't do it.
To me, I think it's mostly about your delivery. See, if you's a raw motherfucker, what you say go be raw. So another motherfucker might say, that was some fly shit to say, but they ain't go quite fucking remember everything to deliver it the way that you do it. So a motherfucker can have an idea of the shit that you said and try to go somewhere else and use it, but they not gonna get the same response because it's not authentic.
Now, I can see where you guys coming from on that, but what I'm really talking about, when I'm talking about a joke thief, it's motherfuckers out there that will take your shit verbatim and do it word for word exactly the way you do it and everything. But
But that was a part of the comedy's culture, though. There used to be veteran comedians that would come down to the comedy clubs
and
and
steal
watch
people material.
and sit with notepads and write it down, and they would take it back up to a mainstream audience and use it. But it forces the comedian to continue to write.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to continue to write.
It affects different comedians. I know some comedians will get very upset because we put a lot of work into coming up with a joke that works. And I remember Robin Harris, rest in peace. He had a motto. He say, "First one to the fucking stage." That was his thing. You know what I'm saying? If the first one to the stage, that's whose joke it was. He'd say, "Good luck, motherfucker." But at that time, he was always the first one to the stage. You know what I'm saying? So it is something like that. And the way I look at it is I look at it like Doritos. Crunch all you want, I'm gonna make more. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even Red Fox said, that imitation is a form of flattery. You know?
Right.
What I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and they said good comics steal, great comics. Good comics borrow, great comics steal.
Yeah.
I've
You
never
see what I
heard that
mean?
shit.
So but that's a part of the fabric of comedy.
But
It's,
what I mean by being authentic, right? Like, I'm just saying as a source, Niagara Falls been fucking falling for millions of years, right?
Right.
So, that's symbolic to being an endless source of water. So certain motherfuckers can have a bucket and, they put it and they get a little Niagara Falls and they run west, east, whatever fucking direction. When that spill out, they still got to come back to the source. You know what I'm saying? So when you authentic, you just believe in the process of be getting better and just stay on your shit because that's what's going to make you better. When you see a comedian use your material, especially if they made material, that's more motivation for you on who you really are.
Plus, that make me feel good because it's like, okay.
You the shit.
I don't know if that would make me feel good because I know comedians who pull guns out on other comedians who've stolen.
Yeah, well, that's emotion. That's emotion.
Just because you're a comedian don't mean you're not a psychopath.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know you're a psychopath.
What I'm saying is this. What I do know about these comedians that fit in this categories or even borrowing or stealing, whatever the fuck. They not going to borrow or steal no bullshit.
Right.
Well, you got to look at their whole structure of their set. If it's dookie, and then they come slam with this one joke, and then it's back to dookie, stolen.
Thank you.
You're right.
You already know.
So it's better to be authentic and original because like anything else, you're going to be sniffed out and found out to be a fake, a perpetrator, and really a hater. See, you love what I do, but you hate it because I do it better than you.
But I'll tell you one thing about joke thieves, and why it never really worked too well for me because, I wouldn't really like... I said, I don't find nothing good enough for me to steal, right? And then it was like some comedians... die and he like, oh, he did? Well, he didn't have shit that was funny. So I would love to have stole somebody's shit that was funny and they died, but it's like all the dead motherfuckers, they jokes was whack too. So not only did they die on stage, they died in real life, so it ain't really no shit for me to take. You dig what I'm saying? So if I can find something that's worthy of stealing, maybe so. But me as a comic and as a writer, I haven't found anything that's worth stealing anyway.
Because you went in your own bag.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
See, you worked with Robin Harris. See, when Robin Harris passed away, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Robin Harris.
There were a lot of comedians that came after. And they did pick the bones. They did go into his
From style to jokes to all kind of stuff.
Yes. I mean, he had a lot of disciples.
D.L. Hughley.
But oh Lord have mercy. Okay, but he had a lot of disciples. He had a lot of people that sprung after him. But they had to bite his style because they didn't have anything of their own yet.
Well, you have a comedian sometime that is during a certain era will set a precedent, and comics might not even be aware that they're stealing from or whatever. You're just going by a certain template. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like certain comedians do things like I think it was this one particular time where comics used to go on stage and go, "Is it just me or do whoopty 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 whoop?" they didn't really know that was like a part of somebody's get down, that somebody had really sat down and said, okay, this is going to be my hook. You know, they thought that was just how you start off.
Like
that's just how you start off a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you have new comedians coming in the game, they're not looking at it so much as, hey, I'm stealing. They're trying to find a way of how can I do this? How do I get started?
And they're using you as a measuring stick.
Right. So that's why I say
my favorite one is, it's crazy out here, man.
What about this one? Give it up for the ladies.
Oh, I love that one. The ladies.
What about this? What else is going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that those were certain comedians' hooks at one time, but people use them as fillers unconsciously, and they don't know that they're really not being original at that time. So again, like I say, you have to know yourself and, you know, be that endless fountain, be that Niagara Falls of creativity. So somebody, you know, if they do steal, because what I found out too, and this is interesting, there's people out there might be stealing your shit and you have no goddamn idea of it whatsoever.
Because they in Laughlin.
Right.
Oh, no.
You got some goddamn juke joint in Compton. They in Laughlin in front of a big ass crowd with your shit.
Earthquake.
So what were you gonna say?
But like a great person told me before, which is my grandfather, man. You know, if you in the entertainment, no matter what you do, take it to the stage. Don't take it from the stage.
Right.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. It was said that whoever gets to television first, it's their joke.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean? And I got that from Bob Sumner.
Right. Well, you know,
so, you know,
that's how it goes.
There were some artists that, you know, were doing other people's jokes. And if you're in the club, you kind of know whose jokes they are. You know, for years, I knew your jokes. I knew other comedians' jokes.
Because you study everybody.
Exactly. And so I could tell, oh, wait a minute. Somebody's doing Chris Rock. Wait a minute, that's from Joe Claire.
Right.
You know, I could sit and name whose joke that is.
Name that joke.
And you know what? For a long time, before I even started doing comedy, I used to do, I was a riff specialist. And what I used to do is I used to hook up with comedians and we would sit and riff. And they would write down what was funny. And then they would take it on like Comic View or Def Comedy Jam or whatever. And that's how I used to make my money.
Right. Yeah, that's creative, bouncing up, brainstorming, networking and all that shit.
Yeah.
But it was interesting that you brought this up, and we were talking about this because you don't really know who's stealing your jokes or wherever. And I remember a comedian friend of mine, a great comedian, was in House Party 3, David Edwards. We were going on a tour. We went around the whole country doing jokes, and we had got to Birmingham, Alabama. Now, we were going on stage, and the host, we had never heard of him before. And so me and Dave sitting in the back of the club waiting to go on, and then all of a sudden was like, wait a minute, that shit sound familiar. This host was not only doing my shit, but he was doing Dave's shit too, and didn't know that me and Dave was even in the club.
Wow.
He had stole so much material from different people, he didn't even know the motherfuckers that he stole the jokes from. So me and Dave was sitting there like, is this shit really happening? And then when the dude came off stage, he was like really like, oh, you guys are great and everything. I'm glad to be working with you. Like, this motherfucker don't even know he was doing our jokes. So me and Dave was like, well, how we gonna do it? I said, fuck it, we gonna just do our shit and we gonna tell the motherfuckers this is how this shit's supposed to go.
So y'all still went up and did the same
Hell,
material?
motherfucker, yeah. Say, give a round of applause for the host, prepping you guys, giving you appetizers of our jokes. Now here's how this shit's supposed to go.
That's another backlash of stealing people material, man.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And if you're gonna steal, know who the fuck you stealing from. That might be
true.
That's very important. At least know, hey, that ain't the nigga I stole that shit from. It's sitting in the club.
No, well, thieves don't discriminate.
That's like stealing motherfuckers' clothes, and then you wearing it right in front of him, and looking at him like, what you looking at, nigga? Yeah, I'm looking at my shit that you wearing.
You know, a good thief wishes everybody prosperity, Marv.
Of course. Why should?
Because if you ain't got shit, he can't steal nothing from you.
You don't want to steal some shit from motherfuckers that ain't valuable. Yeah,
right. But I mean, should a comedian call him on it though? Because I was in a club one night, and there was a comedian. He was doing material, and Tony Rock was there. And Tony Rock said, "Hey, stop doing my brother's jokes."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, damn." And the comedian was like, oh, that's Chris?
Oh, yeah, no, the relatives
Yeah,
too.
it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, are you supposed to call him on it? Or are you just supposed to,
He like, I'm
You know what?
I'm going to do Chris Rock's joke. He ain't here. Oh, shit, there goes his brother.
I think that you have to call somebody out, but I just think that sometimes it's a way you got to have a certain type of etiquette
Now, I don't mean to
about
cut you off,
doing
but we got a
anything.
caller right now, and we about to end the show. So, caller, let's see who's this caller. Caller, welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. What's your name?
James Speed.
And you say what?
J Speed.
Okay, you say what?
J Speed.
He ain't that fast. He kind of
Yeah.
slow. What you want to talk about, caller? J Speed, what you want to talk about?
I just want to. I know y'all getting ready to go, man. I just wanted to say, at the comedy club sometimes, people, think. I mean, we think alike sometimes. Even as comedians, I don't have written short stories. And I see people come up with, and I'm like, damn, they couldn't have stolen it because I ain't gave it to somebody. So I think we're putting a little too much on that stealing thing. And let's just be honest. There's so many dick jokes you can say. There's so many diss jokes you can say. And we're going to start saying the same shit all the time anyway.
Right.
This is Al Tuma cousin anyway. I'm his brother. Used to be on the stage with a bow tie. You might remember me, Marv, back in the days, back in the 90s.
Oh, did you sell bean pies as well?
I saw bean pies right on this stage. I was the only brother went up with a bow tie on.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you for calling in, and that's a good point that you made. You know what I'm saying?
Damn sure is.
And
Well, that's what I was saying about premises. We as comedians, we're all creative, and at least you should be if you're going to be a comedian. To the point where we can all kind of come up with the same premise, but like you said, you start going word for word. Yeah,
verbatim
you're
is one thing, and premises are another. But like I say, to sidestep having any of those things be an impact to the comedian is just stay in your lane and stay true to what you do. And suckers gonna do sucker shit. And real motherfuckers gonna do real motherfucking shit. And that's what it is. So anything that you allow yourself to be sidetracked by is gonna affect your ability to reach your goal as quickly and expeditiously as you would like to in the first place. Would y'all agree to that?
I like how you threw the T.I. in there expeditiously.
Yeah, sometimes I try to learn as many big words as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Like learn to spell them too, or is it just saying?
I'm not gonna go that far.
We only got an hour show.
We know how to sound them motherfuckers out and pronunciate them
Now,
now.
I don't know. Everybody want to call in now. I think we have another caller. Caller, welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. What's your name? And you say what?
Nigga, this is Big Said. Nigga, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, Big Said? Is it side
Big
nigga
Said.
said?
Side nigga said.
What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, who's stealing jokes, man?
He want names and addresses.
Well, we're talking about just people who do steal jokes and then people who's had their jokes stolen, and how does one handle that or deal with that in their act and in their plight as to become the greatest comedian that they can be within themselves.
Marv, I done seen like 5 niggas steal some of your shit.
Who these motherfuckers? Where these motherfuckers at?
Point them out.
No, but yeah, that's true. But so that's what we're kind of talking about. That we can't find everybody. So I can't be like a joke thief policeman or something like that. So the best thing to do is, like I say, be like Doritos, crunch all you want, and you gonna make more.
Right.
Man, I always like listen. Y'all be catching y'all show at the end of after the end of my work hour and shit. So I be catching just little bits of it and shit.
Don't get caught. Don't get caught by HR.
Hey, where Fat Boy at?
Oh, he's probably at an all-you-can-eat vegan buffet right now.
Okay, wait, is that K9 on that panel?
Yeah, that's K9.
What's going on, Big Said?
What up, nigga? Where you been, my nigga?
Man, working, man.
Okay, who was the pretty young lady on the other side?
This is Lady Tuesday. She's a comedian.
You a comedian?
Yes, I'm a comedian and an author.
Be careful. This is Side Nigga Said. He only want to be the side nigga.
He been watching the damn show, man. This nigga said just trying to make a goddamn hooked up, man. Go on Tinder or some shit for that, man.
Yes,
The show finna be over with, said. Don't be trying to get no hook up.
He probably looking at the show sideways.
I got off of work, y'all, and I missed it.
My nigga said.
But all right, Said, thanks for calling the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, and we thank you for calling. We'll be back next week, same time. We'll see you on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
This is
The Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well